Hello everyone. We will start the third chapter of physics, that is machines. In this chapter we are going to talk about the uses of machines. We will talk in detail about simple machines. We will not talk about the complex machines. Now complex machines like car, computer, air condition and so on. We'll talk about very simple machines which can be divided as levers and pulley. Then different uses of machines. Why do we use machines? That we are going to solve, and also we are going to solve numericals based on lever and pulley. What is the definition of machine? A machine is anything that can do our work easily, or it can save time. In other words, it will do our work faster, easily, so it is very convenient to use machine. It is a device which we can either overcome a large resistive force at some point of time, at some point, by applying a small force at convenient point and in a desired direction, by which we can obtain a gain of speed. To make it very simple, I will say machine is a device which helps us to do work easily and faster. Different types of machines are there. In a picture, if you see, there is a lever that is called as something called as beam balance. Then there is a wedge. Then there is a pulley. There is a wheelbarrow. There is a screwdriver. So these all types of machines which we are going to study in this chapter. Okay. So machine is anything that will do our work easily and it will save our time. That is, it will do our work in a greater speed. Hence it is written that it can help us to gain in speed. Now what are the different types of machines? First, with the help of machine, we can do very difficult task easily. Like if you want to push a car, what can we do? Since there are tires, there are wheels, it is very easy to push a car. If there were no wheels, imagine the car was flat. It would be very difficult to push such a car. Now nutcracker, that is, with the help of nutcracker we break what? Supari. Now with the help of nutcracker, even a small kid can break supari or a nut. So it's a simple machine which reduces the effort. We have to apply less effort to break a nut. Next is to change the direction of force. If I want to draw water, if I don't have say pulley, then I will have to draw water. I will have to apply force in the upward direction. But with the help of pulley, what I am doing is I am applying force in downward direction. So that is the advantage. That is the advantage of a machine. Next, it can do unsafe and dangerous task. Like your mom is making chapatis. She wants to take chapati from the flame. So she uses what? Tongs. Tongs are nothing but the chimta which we call in Hindi. So it is very easy. And it is safe. Fourth, we can change the point of application. Like when you are riding a cycle, what is your aim? To rotate the wheels. But are you rotating the wheels directly? Answer is no. You are actually applying force somewhere else. We apply force on the pedal. Pedal is connected to the wheels with the help of the chain. So we have changed the location of application of force from the wheel or the tire to the pedal. Next is for obtaining gain, means to do the work faster. Like if I want to cut cloth or paper, I will use scissors. Scissors will reduce our time, so we can do it very fast. So these are 5 major use of machine. First, it is used to multiply force, means you will have to apply less force to do some work. Next, to change the direction. Third, to do some dangerous task. fourth is to change the point of application of force, and the fifth one is called as gain in speed. Out of these five, majorly we will talk about three, that is force multiplier, second speed multiplier, and the third one to change the direction. Now, something called as mechanical advantage. Before that, example, I am drawing water from the well. So there is a bucket. So bucket is called the load. What is the load? Load is the force that a machine exerts on a given body. Or load is nothing but the force which we have to overcome. So I will have to apply the force in order to draw water from the well. So the force which I am applying, it is called as effort. Effort is the force applied on a machine. And what is load? Load is a force which a machine has to overcome. Okay. So in my example, when I am drawing water, there is a pulley. So pulley is a simple machine. And the bucket is a load, and the force which I am applying is called as effort. What is the fulcrum? Fulcrum is a point about which a machine can turn. This we did in first chapter as well. So mechanical advantage is nothing but load upon effort. In short, it is output upon input. Load is the output. Effort is your input. Effort is something which you are applying. With the help of that, the load will move. So it is load upon effort. Second formula, effort arm upon load arm, will do this formula in next few slides. Now very important, I said three major function of machine we are going to talk in this chapter, that is force multiplier, change in speed, and speed multiplier. If MA is greater than 1, we will say that it is a force multiplier. Means what? MA is greater than 1. If you check here, if you put MA as greater than 1, say MA we have taken as 2. Cross multiply, you will get load is twice of effort, or effort is half of load. Means if effort is, say, load is 100 kg, then the effort which you have to apply is half of that, that is 50. So even a small kid can do it. So if MA is greater than 1, we will say it is a force multiplier. If MA is less than 1, we will say it is a speed multiplier. If MA is equal to 1, means what? It is just used to change the direction. Now if MA is less than 1, means what? Machine needs greater effort, but the speed will be more. Like if I want to tear paper, okay, without any scissors, I can just tear it. It is very easy. But will that be properly cut? Answer is no. I will have to use what? I will have to use scissors. So scissors, I am applying more effort, but it is speed. Speed is more and it will be cut properly. So MA greater than 1, force multiplier, less than 1, speed multiplier. And if it is equal to 1, means the load is equal to effort, then why are we using this machine? If load is equal to effort, why are we using machine? Because when you use machine, it will change the direction. I gave example when you are drawing water from the well. Okay. So what is the definition of mechanical advantage? It is the ratio of load to effort. MA is load upon effort. Next is velocity ratio. What is velocity ratio? It is the ratio of velocity. Okay. So it is a ratio of velocity of effort to velocity of load. VR, the short form is VR, which you can use it. VR is velocity of effort upon velocity of load. Now what is the definition of velocity? We did this in 9th standard. Velocity is displacement upon time. So I can say, instead of displacement, I can say displacement of effort upon displacement of load and upon time. So time and time get cancelled, because time, if you are comparing something, the time has to be same. So I will get VR is equal to dE by dL. dE means what? Displacement of effort, and load means dL. So displacement of load. MA is load by effort and VR is dE by dL. There is no unit of MA, there is no unit of VR, because It is a ratio of same quantities. Velocity upon velocity or displacement upon displacement. And in terms of MA, we have load upon effort. Means upar bhi Newton, niche bhi Newton. So Newton gets cancelled. So it does not have any unit. Okay. These two formulae very, 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 very important. So please make a note of it. I repeat, MA is load by effort and VR is displacement of load upon displacement of effort upon displacement of load. Now velocity ratio. So I said it is a ratio of displacement of effort to displacement of load. Okay. Here, a machine is used in which displacement of load is more than displacement of effort. Or you can say VR is less than 1. If VR is less than 1, the speed, it will be used in it will be used as speed multiplier. Just like MA, we have VR. If MA is greater than 1, I will say it is a force multiplier. Same way, if VR is greater than 1, I will say it is a force multiplier. If VR is less than 1, I will say it is a speed multiplier. If VR is equal to 1, I will say it is used to change the direction. VR will have no unit since it is the ratio of same quantity. Now what is the efficiency? Efficiency is output upon input. Now if I ask you, as a student, if I ask you what is the efficiency of a student, means how much percentage is he getting? So if a student gets 80%, so how will he write 80? Say in physics, he got out of 100 marks, he got 80. So you will say, sir, he got 80 upon 100. 80 is his output. So we write in the numerator. 100 was the input. The paper was of 100 marks. So 100 is the input. So how do we get percentage? We always get it by dividing output upon input. Same way, efficiency, we write it as work output upon work input, or output work upon input work into 100, because generally we write in efficiency in terms of percentage. So when I say what is the efficiency of Dettol, so it is 99.9%. Means what? If you apply 100% of Dettol, it can kill 99.9%. Clear? So that is the meaning of efficiency. Output upon input. Work output upon work input. Now what is the principle of machine? Principle of machine is very simple. Whatever is your input energy, it should be your output energy. What should be the principle of a student with respect to his parents? His parents will always think if the paper is of 100, the input is 100, the output should also be 100. Right? Same way, the principle of machine is input work or input energy should be equal to output energy. Clear? Input energy should be equal to output energy. Means if you are applying 100%, the output should also be 100. However, no machine, mark my words, no machine in the universe is ideal. There is always some or the other problem. No machine is ideal. Ideally, the efficiency should be 100%. Practically, it is not possible. I will teach you in next slides. What is the other name of energy? You will say work. So input energy means input work. Input is nothing but your effort. Work formula we studied is force into displacement. So it is effort into displacement of effort arm, and output is always the load. So output work. So load into displacement of load arm. Principle of machine, again to summarize, for ideal machine, output energy is equal to input energy. Input is the effort which you have given. So it is effort into, in short I can say E into DE, means effort into displacement of effort arm, and output is load into displacement of load arm. No machine is ideal. No machine is ideal. Efficiency cannot be greater than 100%. Means 100 mark paper is there. You cannot get 100 more than 100. Even if you write with Apsara pencil, you will not get those 5 marks extra. Maximum you can get is 100. Practically, it is not possible to get 100.